Hi guys, James Bespoke here, and I'm really excited about doing this review today. Today I'm going to be looking at the S&T real wood with steel cylinder, and we're also going to be looking at the scope as well. There you go. Old James Bailey be proud. So I'm really excited about looking at this today. I've looked at the faux wood ones before, but when we had these in, I picked one up out of the box. I was like, oh, that looks and feels absolutely great. And we had the scopes in, so I was like, right, I've got to do a video on this and show you guys what it's all about. So it's made by S&T. It's a KAR98 spring bolt action rifle, so it's actually got quite a short pull on there, and there we go. So it's got all real wood, everything else is metal, and of course the cylinder is made out of steel. You'll see that it looks absolutely superb. I really do like the darker finish. Sometimes I think with KAR98s, which, let me just get the other one off the wall. So this is the Snow Wolf one. Although it's faux wood and it is darker, they never look great. And sometimes you'll get rifles that are real wood, but the wood's really light and it just doesn't look right. Where this, I think, looks absolutely, apart from the little sticker there, absolutely fantastic. Look at that. So, the magazine is kept in here. You've got like a little latch with a trap door. Inside you've got a button, you press the button, the magazine pops out, which is like a little stick type magazine like this. I think they're 15 rounds, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But 15, 20-ish rounds, maybe even 30, I'm not sure. But it's a little stick mag, and these are great because they're cheap and you can get loads of them on your gear and they don't take up much space. Just push it in, just push it into the rifle, like so. Push it up till it clicks, shut the door, and we're good to go. So the scope, also made by S&T. Comes with a little bracket here. You take these 3 screws off, you pull the bracket that's on there out the box, put this bracket on. This comes separate, so it literally just slides on the front there. If I could do it in reverse. As you slide it on, it latches on so it won't come off, and then you've got this little arm on the side here, and as you roll that over it tightens it up. The elevation adjustment is done using the one on the top, and the windage is actually using these 2 screws here on the mount. So it's actually the mount that moves, not the scope. Let's see if I can get a quick look through this on the camera for you. So nice and clear on the scope, and I like the reticle that they've used. It's something that's not modern at all. I do like it. It's very easy to use. With a lot of scopes with like, not S&Ts, but with a lot of scopes with KAR98s and such, especially the ones that fit the Snow Wolves and the cheap models, it sits them more in front, and unless they've got the most amazing eye relief, you look through it, you can't see through it at all, and you're looking right down the rifle like this. But with this one, it's so comfortable, and where your eye lines up, it's just absolutely perfect. When you're cocking the rifle as well, you can keep the sight picture nice and easy. The trigger pull is slightly longer than what I would like, but I imagine it should be able to adjust this to some degree. So it is quite long, but nothing that you couldn't get used to. The hop up is actually found underneath the rear iron sight, sorry. So we need to take the scope off. Put that down there. You've got your rear iron sight, which is adjustable. Pull this off over the way. And you've got a little 1.5mm Allen key which adjusts the hop. See, when I was using it outside, I had the scope on. All I did was I left the rear sight forward. I keep saying front sight. Left the rear sight forward like that, and I was able to make small adjustments while firing it. The irons work really well as well. The front is really easy to see. So if you did want that more authentic sort of rifleman look without a scope on, you could very much do that as well. But getting the scope on there makes this gun usable, in my opinion. You know, you're going to want to try and make those nice precise shots, which I was able to do, which we'll look at in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the chrono. For the chrono, I was using 0.2 gram BBs. This gun is superbly consistent for an out-the-box, cheap brand sniper rifle. The first time I chronoed this, which was before today, I did 5 shots and each shot came out at 400. There was a decimal change, like 0.8, 0.6 and stuff. But the 5 shots I fired all came out at 400 FPS. And you'll see today, I think max high to low, because I was firing a lot more rounds through it, and the inconsistency could be a couple of things. It was about 5 FPS variance, like 3 FPS variance either way, so 5 to 6 feet per second, up or down. So that's 3 FPS up or 3 FPS down. I'm talking a load of rubbish now. So, but the markings on this rifle as well. Let me take this scope back off as well. So you've got markings on the scope there, which you're probably not going to be able to see. You've got like the little eagle symbol and the markings like they would on the real one. There's obviously an S&T Armament logo there, but it looks absolutely superb. It looks like a World War II era rifle, not something that's got brand new, really bright coloured wood on it that doesn't look, you know, sort of authentic at all. So I really do like it. So let's get to the chrono test and then the axis test, and I'll be back on camera to wrap it up. So consistent. Within like 5 FPS.
Ain't bad at all.
Is it? So I'm shooting at 30 metres. See the target all the way down there. See if I can adjust this slightly for you. I'm using 0.4s. 0.4 Aries bios. That's what we have in stock at the moment. I do have the scope on top of the rifle, the scope that they sell for it. But what I'm going to say is I haven't zeroed it, I haven't touched it at all. I've literally just popped it on the rifle. So let's give it a go. I'm going to first aim for the big metal plate. So we're a bit low, so I need to come up. So let's see how we adjust this scope. I haven't used this scope before, so I'm not sure how it adjusts. I think I've just loaded 2 rounds here, so let's just get rid of those. Yeah. Right, let's try the adjustment. That is good level wise, so let's cap that. Let's go for it. So middle plate. Probably would benefit from a bit of hot rubber. Let's go for his crown jewels, see if we can hit them. Oof, just high left. There you go. See how accurate that is for a gun that's out the box. It's doing 400 FPS. I've quickly adjusted the hot unit. I've only done an elevation adjustment on the scope. And I'm shooting a small 4-inch steel plate at 30 metres. Apologies for that plane flying over. Right, that plane's gone, let's try again. So I'm going for the crown jewels. That was me, I pulled it. Easy peasy. Let's go for a kicky Mustang shot, shall we? Just a bit left, that was me. The trigger is actually quite a long pull on this, which is a bit disorientating, but There you go. Old James Bailey will be proud. Easy peasy. Once you've got it, once you know the holdover and where it's aiming, and this is a bog standard gun out the box. That would have been a neck shot. There we go. And these plates as well, they're not a head size plate, it's like half, you know, it would probably cover your nose and your jaw and your mouth. They're a really small plate. Weather is glorious here today. But the misses that you're seeing left and right, that's me, that's not the rifle. There you go, look at that. Look at that. I have no doubt that this would do this at 40 metres as well and beyond. And we are empty. So let's go back in the shop and wrap this up. 400 FPS and a 0.2. Really consistent. When I first fired this, there was like hardly like 1 or 2 FPS variants from 400, but you can see the corona there. I haven't done anything to the rifle. I haven't messed with the hop. Just put some 0.2s in the magazine, and it shot really consistently for the type of rifle it is, from the manufacturer rifle that it is. Shot really well. We went straight to 0.4s. I tweaked the hop a little bit as I was firing it. Hit record at 30 metres, and that target, and I say this in a lot of videos, that target is very deceptive. It's not a human-sized target. It's almost like, I don't really want to say it, but it's almost like the size of like a small child. That's the wrong comparison to use, but those red like circular plates are probably about this big, like mouth and nose size, so like literally like that big, and the plate is like an A4 piece of paper. So it's a very small target. Absolutely no issues with this rifle whatsoever. There's a few shots that were pulled left and maybe right. That was me. It's getting used to the trigger because the trigger's quite a long trigger pull. So I'll show you here. It's quite long, so it can be a little bit unpredictable. But as I got used to it, I started shooting better. Small windage, elevation adjustment on the top here, which was nice and easy to use. The scope is clear. You know, I don't know why you would buy this rifle without the scope. In all honesty, it's shot well. The cylinder's nice and smooth. It does loosen up a little bit the more you use it. And you know, going for the crown jewel shots or the old James Bailey shot, the headshot, not a problem whatsoever. This gun is accurate. It would only get better if you set it up properly yourself. It's only going to get even better as well if you put upgrade parts in it or a bigger spring just to help with the heavier ammo. This thing shoots amazingly well, and I am really, really loving this item from S&T. I'm not a World War II fan. I don't like, it's not that I don't like it, I just don't shoot World War II. I think the kit it's outdated for what it was. I'm more of like a regular, you know, modern combat shooter, like M4s, AKs, that sort of stuff. But I would more than happily use this in a modern sort of style loadout. It's just such a cool, iconic rifle. And the wood on this looks absolutely superb. The metal looks good. Nothing's loose on it whatsoever. The windage adjustment on the scope mount is a little bit odd, but what I'll say as well is there's a tiny bit of play in that. So all I would do is I'd just get some shim stock and I'd just shim this just so it's nice and tight and it's not going to go anywhere. That's the only bad thing I can say about this rifle. Everything else is good. And honestly, if we've got these in stock, because they do tend to fly out, even more so now we've got the scopes in, if we do have these in stock in the next week or so, I honestly think I'll pick one up for my own personal collection. That's how much I am impressed with this rifle. And as you guys know, I don't tend to buy something unless I'm overly impressed with the platform. This is a beautiful rifle from S&T. This is the real wood and steel cylinder model, along with the S&T scope. Both available on the website right now. You can find them really easily. I'm also going to put it in store, so if you are coming down to see us, you can come and see this rifle. It's in the shop, ready for you to have a bit of a play with it. If you are coming down to see us in Slough, we've got loads of bargains in the shop. We've got loads of items that are really cheap and money off, 5–10% off some items that are brand new. So come down and see us in Slough. We're a stone's throw from Heathrow. Thank you very much for tuning into this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
Let's go for his crown jewels. See if we can hit them. Oof, just high left. There you go. See how accurate that is for a gun that's out the box. It's doing 400 FPS.